Hey Les, hey Quartero, how are you? Snoring you can hear is the infamous chow snore. It's one of those days. You either get in and jump in feet first, or you just sit back and watch. Because I mean, sitting back and watching today is probably a good it's a good tactic for a lot of people. It's difficult market conditions. I mean, I've just been trying to trade AERC in this last hour, the last half an hour, and. My first trade, I kind of made about 50 bucks. I was up almost 2,000 and then made 50 bucks when it flushed. So that was here. I got in here for the VWAP bounce, and I added to my position here, and I put a stop in place. And then it flushed, and I got a slippage as well. Next time I looked, I was trying to get in for the break of a cup and handle on the 5 minute. On the 5 minute. We had this little cup and then the handle, so I looked for the get in for the break of the cup and handle, and that kind of I lost a little bit on that actually. So I made some profits, took some profits, added to position, then it came back down, so I actually lost a little bit on that. I was a little over $8,000 up on AERC today, and giving a little bit back, so I'm kind of thinking, well, you know, why force it? And look at the S&P 500. That's not S&P 500. That's the S&P 500. Look at it on the 15 minute. You can see what's going on today. It's not really moved at all. It just did this huge gap down at 4 a.m. market time, and then we had a bit of a sell-off, and it's bounced. It's just sideways. It's just down. It's not really gone down that much more than it was at the open, but it's just down. They're all pretty much the same. Well, actually, the Russell's actually a little bit worse because I had a bigger sell-off at the open. The Nasdaq, not quite as big as the Russell, but again, it's just that initial sell-off and then sideways. So difficult market conditions at the moment. But if you're long biased, I mean, I'm not going to be giving. I mean, I've 20k day today. I think when I was about 14k up when I ended the live stream on the first session, and essentially I've just made another 5-6k on AERC. So not a lot of movement. There are some stocks moving. So Dawn didn't really do much else after the open. So look at it on the 5 minute, you can see, and it's just kind of sideways at the open. You've got Optinos, slow and steady. It's a lower price stock, 270s exact right now. The range isn't great if you want to take advantage of it. The volume's kind of died out. Had a couple of spikes in volume across the day, but apart from that, it's actually very low volume. Cerberus, Cybus, I don't know why this is moving up. It did the same last week. It moved up and then it's been kind of pulled back and sideways. Exobionics, very choppy. A nice steady move up to start off with, but then it was just choppy sideways since then. Blue sold off at the open, had a bit of a pop, but then sold off again, and away we go. So it's not been easy to trade at all. I mean, there have been stocks moving, but there's not a lot of choice. Get rid of that onto the 1 minute now. Look at the SPY. We're still 3% down on the day, but like I say, it's just sideways chop right now. Damage limitation. Ooh. Cheers, quarter roll. Algorithm might push it out to a few more people, but like I say, I mean, I was happy with 9k. Then I obviously managed to get some on AERC and got up to 14k before the end of the stream, and you know, it's been a good day. It's been a good month. Considering the problems we had in May, it's not been a bad month. Actually, if I look at AERC now and look at it on the 2 minute, we've got lovely double bottom there, and I didn't take advantage of it, and I have no idea why I didn't take advantage of that. I don't know where I was or what it was. That would have been a lovely little move up. Got in here for the VWAP bounce, like I say, and actually made a little bit there and lost some here. So I don't think it's done yet. I'll wait for 17, I think I'll wait for 17. The spreads, to be fair, the spreads on all of these stocks that have been moving, the spreads have been vicious. And Dawn is when it was trading earlier, I mean, the spreads were, I mean, right now it's like 6, 7, 8 cents. 6 cents right now, but it's Optinos, that's a 5 cent spread. Cerberus Cyber Century or whatever it's, that's only 1, so that's a tight spread. You expect that to be tight. It's only a $2 stock. AeroClean right now 7 cent spreads. Back down to 3, so right, the 10 cent spread. So you see that it's rangy, 12 cent spread. So that was something I had to get my head around with trading these today. The spreads were really rangy. Redbox currently, that's a 2 cent spread, but it has been as much as 10, about 5. So we're getting quite a lot of range in the spreads. AMC and GME didn't really do much. It's slow and a slow wind up from AMC. GME following suit. What do I think about today's crypto crash superpower? Well, I'm watching it with bated breath because I'm kind of thinking, well, if it seems to be pulling back a little bit now. It's back up to 23. Bitcoin's back up to 23.5, but it was down to 22.5. So I don't know what that means, but will it keep crashing? I think so. I hope not. I hope we get a bounce at that 22.5. If it drops below 20, I'm definitely averaging down. That's definitely discount material. I'm probably going to be averaging down anyway, but I'm watching for the $20,000 mark on Bitcoin. I'm also watching the $1,000 mark on Ethereum. So those are the two that I'm kind of looking at. XRP, if it breaks below 30, we'll see. 25 maybe. Could be interesting. I don't know. If it falls below 40, definitely averaging down with that one. XRP, I think at 30 cents, I think XRP is already on sale. No, oh yes it was. Breach. I replied to your email, yes. No, you've got to be careful. You don't. I replied to your email and I messaged you back on Instagram as well, so no problem. And I gave you the link via Instagram. What I think with the volume or volatility. Vol can be either volume or volatility quarter. Which one are you referring to? I wouldn't buy altcoins just yet, Superpower. But not financial advice. You do you, boo-boo, and all that kind of stuff. But I would stay away from some of the altcoins and concentrate on the big cap coins for now. Because the reason I say that is typically what you get with altcoins is in a bear market, a lot of these altcoins won't survive. They'll just kind of fade away, and you'll get new altcoins will take over. So stick to the tried and tested crypto coins for now and just average down, and then just leave the altcoins alone because they'll probably fade into it's like a Dogecoin even. I mean, I know it's a very popular coin, but it's a comedy act, let's face it. A lot of these altcoins, they're just going to fade away and they'll be replaced with others. COGT. Someone asked me about that earlier and I didn't cover it. Yeah, it's up at 25% up on the day. Why have I not got this one on? Oh yeah. So Cogent Biopharma. So this really went green about 11 o'clock, if I'm right. So Cogent Biosciences announces proposed public offering of $125 million of common stock. So that's why it hit the news. So what do I think of Cogent? Well, we've got quite a bit of volume in right now. It's looking decent right now. But it's very extended, both on the 5 minute and the 1 minute, well, and the 2 minute. It's very extended at the moment. So if you're planning on getting a pullback now, I would wait for it to break 10 again. It's going to go back up, and you've got the devil's horns here, so you've got a doji here. It looks like it's probably the reverse a little bit of a pullback, maybe down to 970, 960. If that's the case, then you wait for a good entry. Maybe not 10, that'd be too far out. Yeah, well, it probably will get back down there again. I'm kind of at a loss with the crypto market right now. There's clearly a lot of manipulation going on. There's no reason why it should all be crashing like it is. It's not supposed to be decentralized, you know? Oh, Dawn is making a move to the upside again. volume. Yeah, today's volume's it's been choppy. We've had it in. This is a perfect example. You can see here it's coming fits and stops. So a couple of spikes, and then it dies out, and then a little bit, and then it dies out, and then we get a spike, and then it dies out again. And that's what it's been like all day today. Pretty much on every stock, it's been the same. If I'm just going down to AERC, for example, actually this has had fairly good volume most of the day, but this has died out. Blue's died out. EXO had a couple of good spikes, but most of the time the volume's like way down. So excellent. I like it. I like XLM. I'm not holding it, and I won't be holding it. I'll wait till we get past this sell-off. Well, Dawn it is moving now. That's what I'm saying. Look, it's if you look at it on the 5 minute, you can see better. So it had the sell-off at the open, and a little bit of a pop up to 1580, and it's been sideways when it pulled back, and now it's trying to make a move upwards now. So again, if you look at the volume though on the 5 minute, this is what I was talking about. You got the huge volume to start off with, and then it just died a death. So now we're getting volume coming back in. This is the highest volume we've had on a 5 minute candle since just after 11 a.m. market time, 11:15. So it's trying to make a move now. I'm not saying it's worth trading, because I actually don't think it is. But I mean, I'm not saying it's worth trading. It's not a stock. But I'm just saying this made a move earlier in the day, and in fact, I was able to get on this pre-market and make quite a bit of money. This is where we got in. 7:30 this morning, rode it all the way up. Pretty much got out at the top. 16 bucks. I think my first trade was 10.20. Got out at like 16 something, 15 something. Yeah, it was a nice trade, and 10k on that trade. Well, closer to 11k actually. It was an easy. The first session was fairly easy. I mean, to be fair, trading after that, I just kind of didn't bother for a while because it was just so choppy. The volume died off, and it just got very choppy and sideways. And this is what you're seeing on the 5 minute now, is very choppy and sideways on Dawn, on pretty much everything. Optinos is now going sideways. That's a lower price one. Cerberus slowly fading away underneath the VWAP. Got underneath the VWAP, didn't really break above it again. After 11 a.m. once it started selling off. This did this exact same thing last week. It had a pump and then sold. Exobionics, again, this is a bit more rangy, but it's just sideways from the morning high. That's pretty much what's going on. Well, Redbox had a bit of a sell-off. A bounce on that on the way up. Nice. And this is your SPY. This is your S&P 500. I could swap that with your NASDAQ and it's pretty much the same chart. Ah, no, it's not. Not really. Needs to break $17 really to be of interest again. Needs to break $17, confirm it as support, and then I'm interested in trading it again. This was a little bit on the 5 minute. We had this cup and a handle. Tried to get in there, and it didn't go my way, so I got it for a small loss there. Overall, it's been good to me again. AERC, we've taken now nearly about $120,000 out of AERC, close to $120,000 out of AERC in the last 6 days. Okay. Anything else worth checking out, guys? And I'm looking at the crypto market. Let's look at Bitcoin. I'll pull that up here. So this is Bitcoin right now, and you can see it huge sell-off over the weekend, and then we've got a little bit of a bounce, but now it's pulling, but it's a little bounce, and then it's coming back down again. This is the hourly. If I do this on the, let's say, the 15-minute chart, you can see what we're talking about. Huge sell-off, a couple of bounces along the way, but it's now not looking, to me, very strong. This is looking like it might actually continue selling off to me, just from the way the technicals are setting up right now. It's like it's bouncing at the VWAP, or fading at the VWAP rather. That's Bitcoin. Not impressed. Agri was moving well earlier. AgriForce, and it sold. Look on the 5-minute. It was a really good, really strong chart. Moved up, and then it's now selling. So it's bouncing. It might bounce on the VWAP here. So a little bit on the lesser expensive side for me to trade. When I've got money in the bank and I've got stocks to trade, I'm going to shy away from those sub $3 stocks. So, but it's been strong. It's looking strong today. It's the strongest it's been for probably, well, looking at it on the daily, this is the strongest it's been since middle of last month, 16th, I think it was, and had a similar sized rally. Is that your prediction there, quarter roll? 18,000 Bitcoin? Well, I'm waiting for it to break 20. If I'll load up my bags at 20. If it continues to fall, I'll load up again at 17.5. Because ultimately, I'll stand by my conviction that we're going to see a 6-figure Bitcoin by Q1 next year. That's just my opinion. I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. Not a professional, not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. And welcome to Power Hour. Well, I suppose there has been other good news today. Darwin Núñez finally confirmed as a Liverpool player today. Power Hour. Yeah. Good evening, Alphabet. I've got to be honest. It's one of those days where the market's been selling off, but just a couple of good stocks just proves that it doesn't matter what direction that the market's going, as long as it's going in a direction. The problem was, like we had in May, when it's choppy sideways, it's not really doing much in any trend. It's just very choppy, and it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Those are the markets that are really difficult to trade. Whereas, yes, heavy bear market, it's trending down, we got Redbox, we got Aeroclean, we've got today Dawn, all counter trending and going the opposite direction with good momentum as well. So we didn't have to change the strategy. We didn't have to resort to shorting, locating shares and paying borrow fees and that kind of stuff. We continue to go long and be long biased and make money. So there's proof that you can go. In fact, what you tend to find is that it's as difficult to short in a bear market as it is to go long. Why? Because you're not getting the stocks that are extended. The ideal for shorting the market, and most people who are short biased, they like a bull market simply for the fact that stocks get extended very, very easy to the upside. And when they start getting extended and the momentum gets exhausted, that's when they go in the short. And when they're short, they tend to make quick moves to the downside, even more so than the rallies to the upside. So the bull markets or the upwards markets are just as good for shorters as they are for long biased traders. And if the market's selling off, you're not getting those stocks that are exhausted to the upside for shorters to jump in on. They're looking for continuations, and it's a lot more risky to look for those already exhausted stocks to the downside. Are they going to continue selling off? So you again got to look at the patterns to the downside the same way as we're long biased in a bull market. You're looking for patterns to the upside. So it's no easier to short in a bear market. I'll have a look for you, Reach. You sure that's the ticker? Not on my RDBX, Redbox. I'm sure that's what you meant. So Redbox here on the 1 minute. My RSBX, I don't know about that, but I'll have a look. So what you want to be looking at with Redbox is it might be trying to make a move up towards 15 again. But you've got to look at the higher time frame for confirmation. And is it upwards trending now? Is it going to make a move up? And I'm not so sure right now, because if you look at it it's still making lower highs and lower lows. So just be careful. I would need to see confirmation on the higher time frames before I traded Redbox to the upside again. I think it's struggling at 15. It's been meeting resistance at 15. It's had support previously at 15, so it's meeting resistance at 15. So it needs to get above 15, like it did here, test it as support, and then move to the upside. Then I might trade it, but don't want to see a doji like this as it starts to move to the upside, because that's a clear reversal. As you can see, that's exactly what happened. And you get these hammers down here, which are, show buying pressure. Now, the thing is with Redbox, it is about 40%. I'll just check actually. It's about 40% short flow. This is Redbox. This is the details on Redbox. You can see the short interest here as of last week. So I've not got the so there we go. They're saying it continues to trend across social media platforms. What we're talking about is Wall Street Bets, Reddit, that kind of stuff, but obviously TikTok, YouTube. But you can see 40% short float at the moment, and it's not a huge float either. It's only just shy of 11 million float. So I would say has a high percentage chance of squeezing. So I don't think we're done with Redbox just yet. I think we're having a bit of a cool off if you look at it on the hourly chart, you can see how it's moved up. All these lines were traded support and resistance lines. How it's moved up, it's pulling back, it's having a bit of a cool off, and then I think we'll go again until it squeezes and we get a bit of a short squeeze on this. I think this is not done by a long stretch. I think we could potentially get, I'm surprised we didn't get above $20 today, but I think we potentially could get $25, $27 out of this for the upside. I'll have a look at the ticker for you, Zach. You sure that's the ticker? So red box warrants. It's related to the red box stock. So it will follow the red box stock pretty much, but it's a lot cheaper and a lot lower volume. I traded the warrants on DWAC last year, and when that went parabolic, the warrants went parabolic. PUHN and the PUHN warrants all went parabolic, and I traded all four on the same day, and that was why I was able to have such a big day on that day. Because what happens is if you get volatility halts on the stock, the warrants don't halt. So you can still continue to trade the warrants whilst it's halted. And DWAC last year, we were getting 10, 15 and 20 minute volatility halts, and we were still trading the warrants to the upside. So it was, that was interesting. Okay. I've got this one. Got this one up, Zach. What are you looking for here? It's $110% up. It's 73 cents. It's way below what I would trade, but if you're up on it, good stuff. Well done. Done it like 30 cents. Closed yesterday, just over 30 cents. Oh, yesterday, Friday. Given that today's Monday, so it did go up to about 94 cents pre-market. Yeah, 94 cents pre-market. Yeah, I mean it's looking fairly strong on the 60-minute chart, but there's just no volume right now. There's no volatility at all. Volume's died right off. I mean, look at it. Look here. There's just no volume at all. So just without volume, there's no trade. Without volatility, there's no trade. It needs both. If you're in it, good stuff. I did check out Agri earlier. It was starting to pull back. There you go. This is looking very bearish right now. Is Agri? Look at this on the 1 minute. There's one shoulder. There's your head. There's another shoulder. This is gonna vomit. This is coming down now. This is gonna sell off. Got a very clear head and shoulders. This is a typically bearish pattern. Not always. Don't get me wrong. They're not 100%. There's no magic bullet. But when you see a clear head and shoulders like that, it's usually an indicator that time to get out of the stock if you're in it to the long side. Reverse head and shoulders is very bullish and tends to break upwards. If you look at it on the 5 minute as well, you can see it on the 5 minute. Shoulder, head, shoulder. So even on the higher time frames, it's evident. So I would say that's don't get into Agri right now. It's looking to sell. Yeah, well, that's it. That's what you got to. So I look for the patterns on the 1 minute for the kind of the micro entries, if you will. But I'm always looking for confirmations on the 2 and the 5 minute. I look for resistance, key resistance, and support levels on the 60 minute and the daily, so that when you put it all together, it all adds up as part of your system, part of your strategy. If you're just looking at one chart, if you're just looking at one time frame, you're missing out on so much more information that can tell you what's going on. For example, and again, if you're not looking at this, if you zoom into this slightly, and so we go here, you look at that, you might think, oh, this is a double bottom. If you don't zoom out and you don't look at the higher time frame, or you don't look at, you might think, oh, this is a double bottom. It's going to go upwards because double bottoms typically break upwards. But then you kind of zoom out and look at it on a bigger picture, you realize, no, it's not a double bottom, it's a head and shoulders. So, and there you go. It breaks downwards. Yeah, so Redbox is downwards trending right now. It's struggled with that $15. Let's look at AERC. Where are you doing? So this is sideways since I traded it. Not really moved since I traded it here. Well, sometimes you got to trust your gut. Sometimes you've got to trust your gut. Personally, I like to, if I get a feeling, I like to see it confirmed on the price action. I like to see it confirmed on the chart. Sometimes I will enter, if I get a feeling, for example, I'll enter at a key support level with a very tight stop. So, for example, AERC, if this comes down to the VWAP, for example, at 15, which is just over 1550, I might say, okay, well, I'll enter it at the VWAP for a bounce on the VWAP, and I'll get out if it breaks the $0.50. I've got confluence of support there. That's what I did last week with AERC. Is I was able to go big size with a very tight stop because I had such confluence of support. We had 3 exponential moving averages. We had the VWAP and we had the $0.50 all at the same level, which meant that as it comes down, I got in for the bounce and the move up, and it was a relatively safe. I felt it was a relatively safe safe trade because the risk was minimal compared to what we were looking to gain. That was a bit of a flush down from AERC. So AERC's not as been it hasn't been as easy to trade today as it was last week, that's for sure. So I think the continuation that I was hoping for this week with it, I'm surprised it's still around actually. Normally you get a big FDA catalyst, it normally moves up first day and you'll get a sell-off. If you get a continuation, it might last for 2 days. So the third day is usually a lot weaker. Very rarely does it last for 6. The last time we got an FDA catalyst that lasted for 6 was Veru. Let's have a look. Where's Veru now? Not heard. Didn't see it much at all last week. It's sold off pretty much last week. That's why I wasn't paying attention to it. I mean, it's still. I mean, we were trading Veru down at kind of $4 and $5 last couple of months. And now it's still up at $12.58. Pull back from the highs like $16.50. Might go again. Gets a catalyst. Redbox, I'm thinking it should go again. That'll probably stick around for most of the week. AERC, I'm not so sure. I think we might have, although we broke highs today. We did break highs today. Got up as far as $18, $18.15. I'm still up 28% on the day. Oh, it's still strong. It's still looking very strong, AERC. Just looking, I'm just watching Bloomberg over my shoulder. Yeah, 1.75% base rate hikes planned over the next 3 meetings by the Fed. So nearly 2%. Well, good luck with that, Zach. Good luck. I hope it works out for you. Right now, it's just choppy nothing market. Even the cup and handle on AERC didn't really break out. AMC and GME still down at 8-9%. Again, these are just sideways more than anything. It's slightly upwards, but nothing really presenting itself for a good trade. Not really doing much. You see, very sideways, very choppy. We're not getting a lot. Yeah, well, you've got a nice little volume spike there to the upside. E-medical. Well, as long as you're getting a good price, I mean, I can't say anything because the Interactive charge me commissions, CMEG charge me commissions, and I don't mind paying the commissions. If I'm paying a couple of $100 a day in commissions, in some cases it stretches to thousands, but more often than not, it's a few $100 in commissions that I'm paying on a daily basis. It means I'm active. As long as it's coming out of profits and not adding to my losses, I don't mind. Like May, it just added to. The reason I was in the red in May was because of fees and charges, and commissions was part of that. And then it makes trading a little bit difficult. But if you're making money, you don't mind paying commissions to be able to make money. Nice little trade. Well done, Zach. Have a look at this, just popped up on the scanner. No volume with it. Exos seems to be moving up, yeah. Breaking highs. Oh, EKSO. Exo Bionic Holdings. It's where they built the $6 million man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're too young. This is breaking highs. Just looking at the daily where the resistance levels are here. Pretty much at them. I'm past them now. Realistically, we're talking $2.90, $3. Breaking highs now. Absolutely, Alistair. A great day. Oh, and Aeroclean's still choppy sideways. Very choppy sideways on the 1 minute. And look at that, that's just a mess. Yes, it's up there at kind of 1670s, but it's just, how do you trade that? How do you choose to get in? I mean, the fact that you've got, if you were using moving average crossovers as your entry and exit points trading, you wouldn't have a clue here, but you'd be in and out like you're doing the okey pokey or something. It's just choppy. So I'd rather have a clean setup. And even on the higher time frames, it's just not clean right now. It's just too choppy. But if you're going to trade it and you see something I don't, you know, let me know, and let me know how you get on. I just don't see there's got, you know, there's enough volume in it. There's volatility in it, and I say volume and volatility, but it's just too choppy. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It's not following a particular trend. It's just choppy sideways. So I'll wait for a cleaner entry. No point giving money back to the markets if I don't have to. Red box is under 14.50 now. Pretty sure we were trading red box at $7 last week. Yeah, we were. On Tuesday it moved up and we're trading at $7. That was a key level. It's on the 60-minute. See, we're down here trading it at $7 beginning of last week. Once it broke that $7 level, it's never looked back really. Lovely day on Friday. Even after hours, it continued to motor. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. We've broken 17 on Aeroclean. That even rhymes. We've broken 17 on Aeroclean. I'm a poet and I don't know it. Okay. Look for a nice clean entry. Again, this is a bit extended to get in. Maybe we could have got in there at 1685-ish. 85 maybe. Still, maybe the break of 17 would have been a decent break of the whole dollar. All right, let's wait for this pullback. Let's see it play out. I'm always hungry for more, Alistair. You know me. There's a chance I can get another 10,000. Well, not another 10,000. There's a chance I could finish with with 5 figures out of AERC today. Oh, I need another 2,200. Saying that like that's easy. In May, I would have been happy to finish with 2,200 on a day, let alone trying to get an extra 2,200. I'm watching it now, Reach. What you're not seeing is if you're watching it on YouTube, you'll see I've got a bunch of charts open. You'll see that I'm watching. I've got my watch list there. There's 4 across the bottom, including the SPY, which is the wider market. I've actually got 5 of those charts open. There's one that you don't see, but I've got the 2 at the top. I've got the 60. I've got the daily as well. What did I start today with? 130,000 on Goku. That was my equity position at the start of the day. Will now be 150 when I've finished, assuming that I don't give back to the market. I took that position for the break of the $0.50. You set a stop loss at 17 and it gets you out at 16.85. What's the point of setting your stop loss at 17? That's just ridiculous. Terrible slippage. Only 600 bucks in the grand scheme of things. I would have been happy with 600 bucks this time last month. I only went in with 1,000 shares, so it's not like I was going in heavy and hard. I've been saying this all the time, Toys, that you see a lot more and a lot clearer on the YouTube channel. The chat's better in TikTok, granted, but it's more engaged in TikTok, but you see more in the YouTube. So, you know, have them both open. Try this again. I can use leverage. I'm afforded 6 times leverage if I need it. But when you've got an account size, when you're starting with $130,000, do you really need leverage? You know, I'm taking a 1,000 share position here, which is like $17,000. I'm not really needing the leverage. But yes, I've got a 6 times leverage on my account if I need it. It is a margin account. Even if I don't use a leverage, the advantage of using a margin account is that it's instant settlement. If you use a cash account, you've got the T+2 settlement rule that comes into play. So you can't trade with the money that you've traded today, tomorrow. You've got to wait for those trades to settle before you can then trade again, which is a bit of a pain in the hole. Whereas with a margin account, it's instant settlement, so you can trade as soon as you get out of you can use that same equity as soon as you get out of the trade. It's not just about buying power as to why you want to use a margin account. AMC, it's not doing much. Volume's not great. It's less than 100,000, less than 50,000 a minute by the looks of it. I want to see this retest the highs. So the high of day currently is 1814. We've got half an hour into the close. 1814. Let's retest the high. I'm not going in. I'm just keep the 1,000 shares for now. I'm giving this way too much room than I should do if I was trading bigger size. I'm giving like 50-60 cents wiggle room here just to be in the trade. This is not going my way. Doesn't look like it's going to go my way. I feel like singing a Lenny Kravitz song. It's going to go my way. That's a classic. It really is. The Lenny Kravitz, Are You Going to Go My Way? Everybody's saying it was a Jimi Hendrix rip-off. I don't remember Hendrix doing. I mean, Hendrix, don't get me wrong, genius, did a lot of good stuff, but I don't remember him doing anything like that. I'm just putting an earworm in your head. Well, I think I'm just gonna. I want to see that break of highs today. If it breaks highs, I can see us going on a run and maybe breaking $20 later this week. So. So rejected at the 3/4 again. Current high of day. So we've got resistance at $18. It broke above it briefly. We've got resistance at $18, but we're not testing $18 yet. We've got another 30 cents to go before we test 18. At least now I know I've got support at 17. So if it pulls back, I'll from a position of strength, I'll maybe add to the position at 17. $18.10. I don't know. It's not so much the $18.10. It just needs to break 18. I think if it can break 18, it can go on a bit of a run. Go back up. Pull up my trading view with Aeroclean that I had earlier. Yeah, there's nothing stopping us really. $19, bit of resistance, a little bit at 25. It's a huge window. If it can break 25, it's a huge window. I'm not saying it will. Added to the position for the break of the $0.50 again. Spreads are a bit rangy as well. I'm not too keen on the spreads, that's for sure. I mean, 20-cent spreads, 10 cents right now. Been like that today. That's why it's been one of the reasons why it's been a lot more difficult to trade today, is because the spreads have been very rangy. I mean, anywhere between kind of 2 cents and 25 cents. You've got to factor that into the risk as well. Coiling enough. I think I actually got more likes in this evening session with less people than I did in the earlier session. Guys, you are the stalwarts. Here we go. We're going to try and 1770 again. Maybe not. Trying. It's coiling under that level. Getting some nice higher lows on the 5-minute chart. Break out. No, rejected at 1770 again. 1768 was the high of this candle. We're getting a nice flat top forming with higher lows. An ascending wedge, if you will. One of my favourite bullish patterns to trade. Usually breaks up. Occasionally breaks down and costs me a lot of money, but it usually breaks up. Stop there at 1715. No problem, Kieran. You'll have a good green day tomorrow, Alistair. I think you've expensive lesson on Friday, but I think you've learned from it. Well, I hope you've learned from it. See this break of 70 now. Keeps trying. $68. Here we go. And we broke it just. Over 18 now. Up to 1780. There we go, put a 30-cent trailing stop in there now. I've got a little bit of profit if nothing else, so I can sit back and watch this trailing stop work its magic till I get stopped out now. Well, 30 cents trailing stop. There we go, and it stopped me out. It's alright, don't mind that. Back over 20,000. Capitulation on the markets, Jack, today. Wow. You don't say. But the 18, we broke the 18, we're breaking highs now. So another 1,000 shares there. Not going big size, we're just doing this for entertainment and education purposes and profits. I'm going to put the stop at the $18. That just flushed all the way down. Well, back, we need 200 bucks. Not finishing less than 20 grand today. This is volatile in towards the close. We've got 15 minutes to the close. A lot of buying pressure there. A nice safe entry. Getting a lot of a big pullback, quite volatile. So 1710 is a line in the sand based on that. If that is 75. It's made me a lot of money this week. This last week made me over 111,000 last week. This one stock. Another 7.5 this week. Today, so close to 120,000 in 6 trading days with this one stock. It's fast becoming my favourite stock, and like I said, I don't get married to stocks, but I certainly think of some naughty things to do with it. Take it for a dirty weekend at least. And as we're red box is trying to break over that 1530 level. Red box is trying to make a comeback. Wisconsin thunderstorms. Well, stay safe. thinking the strong stock now is red box. It moves upwards. Argument for a cup and a handle. I don't know. Maybe. Almost 100,000. No, I've actually made 100,000 on an AERC this last week. 111,000 last week and 7.5 this week. So it was 8.5 at one stage. So it was 120, but I've pulled back. Plenty of time to make that up. Pulling back now, AERC, so I've moved on to, this is red box, this is not AERC. So got 10 minutes to the close. $35. Yeah. Looking for 50. I'm at 34. So look for the $half. Ideally. 45. Get out there. Oh, not quite. $100 shy. I'm gonna have to go in again. Wait for this pullback though. It's 39, so look for 40. Look like we'll get that there. What broker am I using? I'm using Capital Markets Elite Group, David. CMEG. That's the broker I'm with at the moment.
Come on.
The platform is Gas Trader Pro. I'll go through all that in just a second. I'll show you all. So where am I finding the stocks to trade? Benzinga. So all my alerts and signals and news and everything else, that all the information I need to find stocks to trade, I get from Benzinga. All right, okay, so AERC looks like it's going to start making a bit of another comeback. Did it break highs? I just entered for the break of 1340. I'm going to break the $half now. Look, you're still looking for the $half. 10 cents. On red box, 10 cents before the close. You've got 7 minutes. Just want to scalp a quick 10 cents. That snoring is not me. I promise you I'm not asleep. I do look gormless half the time, but I'm not sleeping. That is the chat. It is not me. For a stop at 15.10. Pulls back. I'm just getting out there. DAS Trader Pro, DAS. It stands for Direct Access Software. You're absolutely Sangoku. Swing trading, value investing, the options trading. Benzinga's great. And check out the link in my link tree. You can get a discount on it as well, 35% off if you use the link in my link tree. But yeah, it's well worth it because it gives you you can get all the fundamental. If you're doing a swing trade, you want to be a bit more involved in the fundamentals than you would if you're just day trading. But it gives you all the information at your fingertips, so you can actually find it out. You can literally find the SEC reports and everything right there in the in the platform. TradingView's not a broker, as far as I'm aware. There you go, got stopped out there. So I'm 1,000 away from where I was my high. So I'm just I'm done for the day. I'm giving back. I was over 20k at one stage, so I'm giving back money to the markets. I will not give any more back. See, I know something you don't know, Sangoku. Is that yes, there's three ways of trading day trading without 25k in your account. The first one, which is you can trade with any broker that you like. If you're in this for you people who are subject to the pattern day trading rule, which is a PDT rule in the US. If you have a cash account, the best thing you can do is if you have a cash account, you're not limited on how many trades you can take. But you are limited by the T+2 rule, which is the settlement. So the way you do it is you split whatever cash account. If you've got a 10k account, you split it in 5 and 5. You trade 5 today, you trade 5 tomorrow, and it keeps rolling over that way. That's one way. It gets a bit messy. I wouldn't, not what I would recommend, but you can do it that way. The other way is, of course, the way that they set it about is they want you to trade on a margin account. So the other way to do it is by actually having 25k or more in your account in equity. If you've not got 25k in your account, it's easy to say, oh, you should have 25k in your account. Or you just trade with a different broker. You trade with an offshore broker that's not governed by the SEC. So Capital Markets Elite Group, who I'm trading with, their HQ is, I think it's the Bahamas. So they are not subject to the PDT rule. So you can trade with capital markets and as much as you want with a margin account and not have to intraday and not have to just be a swing trader. So although being a swing trader is not a bad thing either. I'll give it one more try. Red box. Let's see. Got 5,000. Are we going to break the $half? Put a 20-cent trailing stop in there now. Yeah, interactive brokers, pattern day trading rule. That's the problem. I use interactive brokers, and I don't mind interactive brokers, but if you're in the US, they're governed by the US. You can trade in Canada with Interactive. They have locations all over the world. So I think in Europe they're regulated out of Cyprus. Don't quote me on that, but I think they are. Yeah, so you don't have to have such a large account, Sangoku, if you're using an offshore broker. I'm good, Michael. Yeah, well, like I say, Capital Markets Elite, who I use, and I get more leverage with them than I do with Interactive. Interactive give me 4-to-1 leverage, whereas Capital Markets give me 6-to-1. So that's an advantage as well. This goes up as far as 800. I'll exit the position just for the 20k. Right now I've got a stop at 28 cents. Went down as far as 29, 27. There we go. Stops won't work out of hours, so that's not going to help me. Oh wow, look at that. 20-cent spread right away. Cheers, thanks for that. Out of hours trading. Is that spread going to close? If it closes, it might give me the money that I need. Just watching this trade to see if it gets up towards the $0.50. The minimum you can get, you can open an account with, I think it's $500 or something with Capital Markets, but you don't get any leverage with anything. They won't give you any margin with anything less than 2,500. I would recommend, if you're going to be trading intraday, it's difficult enough as it is. You don't trade with anything less than a $5,000 account, and if you've got a 6x margin with regards to what Capital Markets are offering, that gives you a $5,000 account will give you $30,000 worth of buying power, which is more than sufficient to be able to you know, make reasonable gains on a daily basis, provided you have you're disciplined and you have a strategy that works for you. Just in this right now, because I'm waiting for the price action to move one way or the other. And that 10 cents makes a big difference. It goes up towards 15.50. That could give me the 900, no, 820 that I want to finish on 20k. It's just my OCD kicking in right now. So, for example, if you've got a $5,000 account and you go with Capital Markets Elite Group, it's a margin account, so they will give you a 6 times leverage. So $5,000 times 6 means that they will give you 6 times buying power. So they'll give you $30,000 worth of buying power on that leverage, on that $5,000 equity. Now, with that comes the downside that yes, you can buy more, but in that way you've got to manage your risk better, because the worst thing that can happen with a cash account is that you lose a few quid. You're not going to lose all your position. With a margin account, if you're highly leveraged and the position goes against you, you could lose your entire account. So you've got to be very good with your risk management if you're going to trade on a margin account. $500 to a $10,000 journey. The problem with doing that, I mean, I did a 5,000 to 78,000 back in February. And actually, I did inadvertently back in April. They did a 4,500 to 35,000 or whatever it was. No, I can't remember what it was in April. We 70,000, 4,500 to 70,000, I think it was in the end. But the problem with doing that is if I'm concentrating on small account, I'm not actually making money. So I don't mind doing a 5,000 account challenge because I can grow that and make a reasonable amount of money. A $500 account challenge, unless you're trading the small account and a big account besides, it means that, you know, realistically you take one trade a day, and you take the best setups, and you might get, you know, 10-20% gains per day as you grow it. And then once you grow it over the course of say a month or so, a $500 account, and you get no leverage, you get no margin with it either. So you're looking for big moves, parabolic movers that you can get on with that, and you're looking for one trade a day, and that's it. Which is why I'm saying it's difficult to. And if you with a broker that's charging commissions on a $500 account, it doesn't matter whether you're trading a $500 account or you're trading a $50,000 account. You know, the transaction fee is going to be the same. If it's a charge per round trip as opposed to per transaction as opposed to per share, so then it becomes a bit of a challenge. So, like I say, I know there are certain internet gurus that have done this $500 to $1 million in whatever years or whatever. I'm not that. I'll do a $5,000 account, which I think is reasonable, and how quickly to grow that. But other than that, this is just going sideways. This doesn't go above 1540 anytime soon. I'm just going to get a moving sideways. We've got the exposure risk right here, right now. Low volume, it can move very, very quickly. Bit of a flat top at 40, but let's see. Yeah, I'm having a good month this month. Well, you've been around for a while now, Scalp. You know how difficult it was for me last month. I was having a terrible time last month. Well, if you sweat with the small guys, I'm one of these people that's saying, look, if you've not got enough equity to put into the markets, don't be risking your small gains. Just, you know, save up first and foremost. If all you've got is 500 quid to put into the markets, then you shouldn't be day trading. No offense to anybody that's trying to day trade that's only got a small account, like a $500 or $1,000 account. No offense to you guys. You know, we all start somewhere, but you shouldn't be day trading with that. Swing trade, maybe. You know, trade with options, because you can leverage. You know, you can get really good leverage with options, but only do it with, again, take a good. Okay, I'm getting it. That doesn't help. Well, there we go. 18 grand day. Okay, so let's go back to the chat. Looking at Redbox, analyst target is $3. Yeah, they will say that it's a short squeeze because the analysts are on board with the rest of the with the shorters. So you know, they kept saying things like that about AMC and GME and what have you, and it's not going down to 3 anytime soon. That's for sure. Not while it's popular with the Wall Street bets crowd. what am I looking at when coming out of a stock? Well, I'm looking for exit signals, first and foremost. So I'm looking for signs of exhaustion on the move. I'm looking for reversal signals. I'm looking for key resistance levels. How much did I invest today to get 18,000? Well, I started today with $130,000, but I didn't use that. So I think the most shares that I took today would have been, let me see, what my biggest share size today would have been 10,000 shares on Redbox at $14. So that would have been 140. That would have been $140,000 worth of equity to take that position. But I wouldn't be risking $140,000. I'll be risking 10,000 shares, maybe risking 10 cents, so I'll be risking $1,000. You know? Did I take a bigger size than that with Dawn this morning? No, I took 10,000 with Dawn. That was 1188. So that would have been 112,000. So you can, just because you've got the buying power, just because you've got the leverage. I mean, I've got a buying power of over $850,000. I'm not using that. You don't need to use that. And this is one of the things of if you've got a larger account in a larger margin account, it's not the buying. Yes, the buying power is a bonus, and you can usually make good gains with a lot. The more money you have, the more likely you are to be able to make decent profits. However, one of the advantages of having a margin account is not just the leverage that it affords to you, it is the settlement. It's the instant settlement, so that you can trade today and use the same, you get in a trade and then you get out of a trade and you can use the same equity and get back in another trade, and et cetera, et cetera. In a cash account, if you've got a large account in a cash account, you've got that trade plus 2 days for settlement, so it would settle the day after tomorrow. So yeah, I mean, in terms of exit signals, entry signals, all that kind of thing, all that's part of the course, and I'll show you where to find it, guys. So this is me. I'll just pull this across. This is me. If you click on, get into my profile. If you click on this link in my profile, it says the TikTok trade. If you get the splash screen, that's fine. What it will do is it will bring you to this. This is my link tree. So somebody was saying about Linktree earlier. This is my link tree, and what's going on with the restream? Is that not working on YouTube? So someone's asking where I find stocks earlier. Benzinga. So you click this, you get a free trial, 14 days free. If it works for swing trading, it works for investing. It's a great source of information, and they give you you can get training, you can get signals. There's chat. There's all kinds of stuff. I recommend Benzinga absolutely. It's for me. It's a must. So try that. If you use the code DTWT, so you're day trading with Tony 35, you get 35% off as well. So that's if you, after 14 days free trial, if you like it and you think, yeah, this is worth its weight in gold like I do, then you just use that discount code to get a discount. If you're not sure what I'm doing, but you're thinking he's making money, I don't know how he's doing it, and you want to learn how I'm doing it, then Day Trade with Tony is the essential trading education program for beginners and intermediate traders alike. If you're an experienced trader, you're welcome to join, but you probably have your own strategies already. here's the syllabus, full syllabus. Check it out. It's 150 bucks a month, $150 a month. I would recommend. People say, how long is it going to take? I would say you can get through the course in a month. You can get through the course in a week if you really submit yourself. It's about 20 hours worth of lecture material and quizzes and etc. There's a lot of reading material in there as well that is available to you. Not essential, but it's available to you. It's reading material that I used when I was learning, so which I find it very useful. So I would say it probably will take 3 months to get your head around everything and start trading and everything else. So you can get a better price for going for 3 months, or you just take the first month, see how you get on. If you like it, let it renew and do it until you're ready. Keep renewing it until you're ready to quit. With that, you get access to the private Discord. You get me as a mentor. I'll guide you and give you advice on your trades and everything else on a one-to-one level. I document all of my trades in TraderView, so it's a trading journal. You can sign up for free if you're trading. I would recommend that you sign up for free. There's a free plan. The free plan only allows you 100 trades a month. But if you're trading more than that, and I think it's about $30 or something. It's not even $30 for the next plan, which is like unlimited trades. So it's worthwhile. It allows you to do statistics, analyzing your trades. Allows you to see what you're good at, what time of days you're good at, what kind of stocks you're performing at, how you perform in a bear market versus a bull market, all this kind of stuff. So TraderView is really good for analytics and just reassessing your trading. TradingView. So I use Dash Trader to trade. That's my go-to trading platform. But when it comes to charting, because Dash Trader is a great trading platform, it's a very basic charting platform. So I for deeper analysis, a deeper dive, if I'm looking at crypto as well, I'll use TradingView. So get on TradingView. It's a freemium service, so you can, all of the functionality you can get with TradingView is free. Check it out for free. It's really, really good. If you want additional, more professional functionality, then you just subscribe. It's not expensive. It's about 12, 15 quid or something. That's about it. Someone was asking about trading, transferring money to the broker. I use TransferWise. Or Wise as it's called now, and by all means check that out as well. So that's my link tree, and this is me kind of ready to sign off. I'll just answer any questions in the chat right now whilst you've got me before I sign off, and then we're going to be away. Where is the chat? Oh, here it is. That's okay, Stock. You know, take your time with it. You take as long as you need. But if you need any one-to-one engagement as well, let me know. If there's anything. Is options trading possible? Well, on the course there's an introduction to options, but this is options. I tend to use options more for swing trading than actual day trading, I would say. Oh, fair play, Anthony. You know, there you go. So I've never actually transferred to the UK account. I think they only opened the UK office since, or the UK bank since October or November last year. So it's late last year. But you know, sounds good to me. I might go that route myself next time I have to deposit. Hopefully, I've not deposited with I've not had to deposit with capital markets for quite some time. So because I've always got money in there. No problem. No problem. That's what this stream is about. It's like I'm trying to build a community here that we're all on the same boat. You know, I was a beginner. I wouldn't say I'm the best trader on TikTok or anything like that. I'm not the best trader in the world, top 3, but I'm not the best trader in the world. So, you know, we all have to start somewhere. And if I'd had a mentor, if I had someone that gave me that a little bit of insight and a little bit of guidance when I started, I wouldn't have lost all that money in the first instance. Oh, perfect. Perfect. If you've not been using DAS to paper trade already, Anthony, just let me know in the Discord, and I think I've already put the my platform, links to my hotkeys and my config files in the Discord as well. So just let me know if you need any help with that. Okay, well, if you want any help learning to trade, let me know. I'm going to end the stream. I'm a little bit disappointed now. I should have finished over 20,000, but I gave 1,400 back. Shame on you, Tony. You're only finishing with 18,500. So, yeah. Based on last week, I'll pull that across so you can actually see what we're looking at right now. Pull that across. So this is my June. Not had a red day in June yet. So the 13th will be here. So you can see this across here. This is June. Started the first 3 days were good days, and then last week was just phenomenal. A good 7,500 on Monday. My second, I think it's my second best day, second best trading day, which also contained my second best trade on Tuesday. Another 27,000 on Wednesday, 3.5 on Thursday, and another 7 on Friday. So really good week last week. That puts the pain of let's have a look at the actual detailed results. That puts the pain of, look at it from a June perspective, puts the pain of May well behind me. This is June as it stands. Total gain on June. This is before today, so I've got another 20k, well, another 18k to add to this. So, but 137k after I add the 80. Today's 18 on this. So really good month so far, considering that what happened in May. 63 is the largest red box we've lost the most with in a single time, with 9,000. And I don't shy away. You probably, if you're new to the stream, you're wondering, you know, he's got 3 winners and he's no reds and it's a bad sell-off day. And I'm like, I show my losers just as often as I show my winners. If I lose, you see that as well. I don't try to hide anything. If you look at the average trades, so in terms of risk versus reward, it's 2-to-1 there at the moment, which is better than 2-to-1 actually. It's which is really good. The profit factor 6.3, accuracy 3-to-1. So June is really good at the moment. I'm performing really well. I'm proud of myself. I do say so myself. So with that, I will end the stream. We'll be back at it tomorrow. No, actually, that's a good question, actually, Sangoku. I don't. I start each month with $30,000. Or I try to start each month with $30,000. Give or take, it's a round number will be $30,000 each month. So if I start each month with $30,000, and if I make, say, I make $40,000 in profit, I'll withdraw 40 and I'll start the next month with 30. This month I'm already over $30,000. I'll be able to withdraw $100,000 at the end of the month, providing if I just broke even every single day from here to the end of June, I'd be able to withdraw $100,000 at the end of the month and start next month with $30,000. So that's what I do. Now, the first time I started, I was like $5,000 or $10,000, or, you know, blow up account, start with 10,000, blow it up, redeposit 5,000, blow it up, redeposit 3,500, blow it up, and do it. And so I lost a lot of money that way. But once I started getting profitable, I would take half of my gains out at the end of a month, and then leave it in until I grew the account up to 30,000. And once it was up to 30,000, that's pretty much what I do every month. I just withdraw the profits. That 30,000, the way I view it is that 30,000 is the broker's money, not mine. So I leave that there, and that's the money that gives me access to the markets. So any profits I make on a month, that's what I withdraw at the end of the month. So I hope that answers that question, Sangoku. I look forward to seeing you there then, Reach. Okay. Good night, Quarter Roll. Good night, everybody. I think that's me done. Catch you later, guys.